certainly is. The final pick, 10 seconds reserve time for this, by the way. See, you saw the Husker and Lycan bands.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a bit of deeper thing. We'll explain this landing stage for LGD with these kind of hero pickups as well. And okay, the block seeker comes up. It definitely looks like a support puck. There's potential for a support, but I hardly doubt. It does look like it should either be. Do you put the Bloodseeker safe or do you just put him mid?
That's a tough one. I think I'd prefer it to be safe. Just how much farm you can really get, and the matchup against Ember can be a bit of a toss-up. Ember does have a little bit more control. Bloodseeker does have damage, but added control match damage on the Ember can make it a bit hard for the Bloodseeker to sit there. You really need the presence of a laning support to either zone or help him secure kills. And the Bloodseeker is definitely, this case, more than likely going to be safe. The DP matchup for the Ember is a bit better for LG. You do get a little bit more there, or again, the potential of the puck come in instead of the deep support, but that is probably greedier of a support you would need want. So it does look like the puck is going to be on our support, and I reckon steam it. Probably Bloodseeker works with Pangolier, especially once you hit 6. So you can play around that.
A hard decision to make for this final pickup now. It's just such a simple lineup for LGD. EHOME not so much with their own. Gonna have a long about this one. It does still. We're looking for the Faith Beyond hero. Again, I just don't see him playing Pango very often. It just doesn't really remind you of Faith Beyond when you see that ping clear come out. We have seen you play quite a few times in full role though, so that would be surprising whatsoever. Coming out into a Bloodseeker, it doesn't feel nice.
Yeah, it's risky going for that clock into blood. The potential for trapping is pretty big. Go to Visage.
This is
yeah, this is not something you see too often, but it can be highly effective. Give a lot of good damage, and decent leaning control that, if you're not careful, EHOME can definitely punish you for overstepping.
Yeah, it's funny as well because LGD, I believe it was, did go for the Lycan ban. Couldn't, but the Lycan was taken out, and now you've got this other kind of hero that can really set up a crazy amount of push from level 6. I wonder, with this kind of build as well, do you go for a similar style as that Beastmaster? Do you go for a Helmet of the Dominator and maybe a Necro book? Like, what would be stopping you from doing that as a Visage? Personally, John, I'm a Visage player. I have no clue what to expect. We don't see it enough to really know what the item build should be. But it wouldn't surprise me if Faith went a very similar style build as Beastmaster does.
I think 2 years play like too much as you expect. I actually think, at least before, it's been a while since Visage was taking the stage. I think the build-up used to be Solar Crest, just having that added minus armor, going for the really stupid damage on your birds and trying to bring heroes down. There are some pretty potent targets here for the Visage to really run down as well. That's something that you can build up to. I don't think Necro's amazing on Visage, but with the way the game's changed, it could be something viable. I'm not entirely sure because everyone that plays it just kind of died out. They just stopped. They were the top 100 players.
You have
anymore.
You have brought back some memories though. That Solar Crest build that we used to see. I do now remember that one Visage always went. I disagree with you on that. I think it might be a really nice pick. time will tell. It is faith beyond after all, so you have to be, you can't expect too much because he always ends up proving it wrong somehow.
Yeah.
With his kind of item builds and the way he plays the game. He's very unique in that process. He doesn't really necessarily follow a standard item build or meta. Yeah, he tends to do his own kind of thing. Like, even now, he's gone for level 1 Soul Assumption. So, you used to see Ray chill at level 1. I guess that sort of indicates that looking for a first pass straight off the bat.
There's a lot of potency with the burst of Assumption level 1. I've had a lot of discussions as well. Towards the recent ways of playing Visage, I think my friend did prefer Soul Assumption just because of the lane distance. Like, you pop that Grave, all you can really do is trade for clicks during that 6-second window. So you're using a bit of move speed range and a bit more attack to trade hits for 6 seconds. And that's it. It's going to be in cooldown for 6 minutes of 90 mana as well. Soul Assumption's a good amount of burst. Just a little bit more value in that early game. At least level 1.
Well, it's going to be the DP. So, I'm going to put Chalice on Bloodseeker up at the same flame. I'm going to see F1 in the position 4 pump. Or 11. Going to be on that LC. Nothing too surprising there. And LGD not going to give any kind of opportunity for the very, very early first blood potential. But, EHOME, they're going to stick around. Start moving their way top as 3, and I definitely believe you 100% want to try and go for it, but no, why is it going to take you out? It's not going to waste any time. I guess you still do have some crazy amount of harass potential that Soul Assumption without first blood anyway.
It's still pretty potent, especially with Sin Q. If he gets the right swashbuckle, you could fill up the charges fairly quick so that it can give access to damage from Faith Beyond as needed.
Right. That's a bit of damage for that Soul Chalice. But maybe too annoying for Chalice. He does have a lot of regen already packed away. You're gonna try your best to just keep X off this Visage. I think you do see a couple levels in that Gravekeeper's Claw. I've found that a very, very annoying ability, that Gravekeeper's Claw. Like, it just seems like he makes this hero the tankiest hero in the world of Dota 2. Like, it just never seems to die until you get through the layers of the Visage.
One of the tricky things about landing against this is really trying to balance out your harassment. So sometimes if you're not careful, he's gonna have to stack recuperate on top of you mid until he's alive long enough to launch what? 2 souls back fully. That is potent. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna go. The Faith Beyond. He's in a bit of trouble. Not as tanky as you'd hope. It's in huge help out. He just can't do anything. And next over, he'll pick up the first blood on the Shadow Deer.
Clean pickup for LGD. Gonna be extremely happy to find that offlaner out. This does allow the magic wand assembled by Fabian, and he does come back in with full mana, but he's not gonna be happy about dying that way for sure.
Visage is also one of the noble kind of heroes. Like, you do need to kill fast. It's not a hero that loses the lane very often. So if you do lose the lane, you could find yourself in a very awkward situation as this kind of hero. And I guess we'll see what he does. He has queued up the Helm of the Dom, by the way. So it looks like he does at least want that. Bot lane FY going to be in a bit of trouble. A nice jump away with his orb. He does opt for the helmet at the end.
I think that's fine. I think it's one of the items you do go into as a Visage. It's give you a lot more. It's stats that's really in the hero. Just that can you get it for your birds it's pretty nice.
Well, mid lane, one we haven't really talked about too much, so there's nothing to say going up against each other. So far, having a pretty hard old time. We'll have to talk about later, because Faith Gun again is going to find himself in trouble on Chalice. Picks a second goal onto Faith, and they don't even find CQ. But it's going to be there. It does some Tango. He has Wash. Can he get the time? He does just silly. There won't be enough Shadow Poison stats to take them out. So bot lane, they do lose Y on the EHOME as well. F1 picks up the kill, and LGD great start, 0-3, so
Yeah, they've definitely gotten better once you're comparing game number 2. I think every single matchup has working out quite fine. It's they've underestimated the potency of this play from EHOME. Based beyond and get work done with Visage, but this really shine. Level 4 players when he gets in and he just hasn't had enough space block for him from CQ. In fact, CQ has more XP now because of how much he's dying in.
that's usually why you do see this in the mid lane, right? Like, he needs that solo XP. Well, it is kind of off-lane matchup. Like, he can't afford to be left alone, but he's also not putting enough XP to really start going out of control. Bit awkward. Palace is level 4 on the Bloodseeker. Mid lane, say this is dangerous Somnus. It's a very bottled up. Does get the crypt one, but may die. And he does, but at least you got the XP and gold before you died.
Yeah, really analyzing that history and just forcing a very awkward confrontation for, oh, nothing to say. He's time is slightly ahead. It's a fairly even lane so far. That kill should set Somnus up to get the slight edge share.
A bit better execute, trying to secure the top one, but Snow does grab it. Already looking to find other one off the side of EHOME, and he should get there. CQ doesn't have full shot available. Sure, but the amount of gold he's giving away to his team, be more than sense to give his life away. It's just a free reset for him. Do you think so? No, does not.
Yeah, as you mentioned, just get back in full mass. You're gonna have to deal with another set of shadow poisons from the Shadow Demon. I think that might actually set you back compared to letting this Shadow Demon live. Keep you back. It wastes a lot more time. Here, well, he's just gonna keep back in and bam.
Did find full bound. And in fact, Nobel did F1. Could rotate, not the same. Getting very close to that level. But it's not quite there yet, so if someone can the Spirit Siphon go, it could be very hard for this Ember to go. Oh, gonna back off it. Meanwhile, Chalice has been left alone. Faith does capital does find the kill the Ember. We die with this exorcism. There's no way out of this. He needs one more focus to really get there. But he doesn't have Exova. Doesn't die surprisingly enough. Somnus will just take. Sure, they can't follow up. LGD, apart from that Bloodseeker, looking great in this mid lane.
They've committed the resources down to get these kills to shut down the Ember. It is paying off. This has been a really rough start for Nothing to Say. He has tapered off from 10, and he should hit this level 6 with respawn, like when he gets back in the lane. That should give him a he does have it, so he's in a safe spot. But LGD's managed to find all the kills they wanted for him. They really just wanted to keep a lid on the Ember before that escapability there, and so now I think this is the moment they shift gears and start focusing on different lanes. Maybe just wow, Alice, him dying is not great. And they definitely need the Bloodseeker to go up to that early start. Don't want to bounce it back in any way towards EHOME.
We've got Trump as well now, so how do we try and make it play top? You got behind, he's sitting way back on that Visage, not really putting himself in range of danger. Bot lane, holy 11, gonna get jumped right now. Should go down, he's completely stuck. And really, there's no way, he doesn't even go for the attack. At no point. So, no perch, no heal. Let's just die.
It's not a great spot for LGD, but it take quite a fair bit of support rotations to find those kills, so they have freed up that top lane. And he's perfectly fine against Donald. Fate down at level 6 with the most. Should be a bit scarier to deal with, a bit of damage here.
Sure. Blood right, run out of the blood right region now. Oh, of course you can swap birds. Of course you can. It starts from those birds is there, and Soul Assumption, blood right again gonna come out. Chalice trying to trade use around, sir. Chalice has no help. very risky spot for him, but luckily for him, they don't have any lockdown right now. And Softness will rotate up. He does have exorcism. But he's not really going to find the opening. He will have to go back to the middle lane.
It's a really cheeky play from you for this combination of birds. I mean, it is good against Shadow Demon because you can't time the disruption status, but just having the added utility at the ground is simply scary. They move pretty darn fast as well. So, good luck. That's the support.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow Demon, sure, he can disrupt, but it's a bit ugly to even try the Sylar. Lane getting it up, but this will be the first jewel of the game. They don't really have the damage output on Sylar. So, still gonna run away. Should still be meaningful, surely. Ooh, that's a lot of damage from overcoming on.
Oh no.
It's really dragging this out, but he does eventually go F1.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, that took a lot of effort for LGD this time, but they find that key although EHOME ready to fight back.
Nova trying to go for the outpost. Does avoid the Inkswell with the disruption. No, he's dead. Still, the LGD may feel comfortable to try and fight this. Old 11 does have his armor up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll take the outpost anyway, but the outpost in the Dire Jungle will be taken by Faith Beyond.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And bot lane.
Amazing what
Bounties.
you find laying around.
But the Ember will just run in time.
Should allow LGD to get that push going on lane. They've still got the exorcism on. Somnus doesn't look like they'll even pop it. They're gonna find that tier 1 down without having popped big ult. At the same time, they have been taking some damage up top, but Fate Beyond hasn't really been too hard in towers just yet.
Death's bounty.
They may look for another gank here. This time seeing Q's going to die. Chalice hits the blood right, but does have the range for that rupture. So I'll move on towards the mid lane now. The exorcism is of course available, so you do want to try and push if you can while it's off cooldown. And Alice would love a option onto the M. Our remnants available. He does commit 1 or 2 more there. Looks like he will be perfectly fine. They don't really get the silence off.
Tower is under attack.
Like, I guess that's need guarantee on the Somnus. You are expecting that kill off the Ember. So still Brian. Not committing the anthem yet. Q also old 11. Now Ricky joined trying to jump on F5. Gone down. Old 11 starting to fall low, but he will press the still. They have the control, but F Nova will save the disruption. Can he get this else yet? Not quite. The team fight, however, continues. Somnus has popped the X's, so does want to fight. But X12 Familiars are following Somnus. Gets done up. But you have plenty of damage to come out from Fate Beyond. Even Chalice now going to be followed up. Just have the bird done. The other one gives silent to jump in. Grave Chill. And Chalice is going to die. What a hero.
Yeah, just so much coming out from Fate Beyond. All the control you'd want, all the damage you'd want. That setup with the Grimstroke is really obnoxious to play against. You can't run away. And if you're going to depend on Disruption to save you, well, there's still the Stone Form afterwards, which is really easy to land with Shadow Demon setting up for you. So, all the tools there for EHOME was Exorcism once more. You don't even manage to get decent enough chip damage onto this team. A lot of missed opportunities there for LGD, but EHOME can be extremely happy with that. Of course, we have the Humph Dominator up and Fate, so you are seeing a lot more on those familiars than you expect.
Absolutely. Of course, the team still going to put the Sage, and we do see notifications coming in. Dream Coil is there, but I think it's actually anything they didn't. They did dodge. They'll go for the team fight anyway. The T1 went down. Who cares? If you can find kills, you find kills. Disruption is going to be down. Seeing Q, he's disruption, falling low, but Omnis does go down to the trade. Now they can go for more. There is so much damage coming in from Ethan with these familiars. Old 11, he can't sustain, he tries, and now into a comes Phoenix Nova. He gets stunned up, he dies. Fate's beyond control for the whole side build himself, basically. And Chubb's gonna run away. I don't know how much further he can run. So we'll have to blink in a second. Doesn't have an orb of venom any cost, but it'll chase him down slowly but surely. Meanwhile, Bly also trying to get out of there, but you got a slight of this. He has been healing with that herb he does have. Looks like he does manage to orb away. I can't say the same. Wow. Okay. Swamp buckled him down. Catalyst does also die on the Bloodseeker.
Not able to find their openings in these fights. Like, pretty good damage with the Child's Bloodseeker, sure. And he can just rupture up that Pangolier. He just kind of runs himself to death, and that's nice and dandy, but the control is definitely a big factor. Every time they miss that Dream Coil, it falls apart. They need the Dream Coil to latch onto the cures. They need it done. Oldie doesn't have the easiest target to go for with the duel. He's always going to have to worry about that message and the familiars, because that will just mess up his pace. And that's just way too much to put in the plate of penalty. They just want to go in and get one fight off.
Omnis just out of position, completely getting caught out on the DP. Top lane, same thing is happening with the Ricky. Old 11 does get a nice jewel onto Sylar, does claim a very important kill though. Mid lane, who have they found? Uh-oh, Chalice. So he soon have the chains out. Get control once again. Rolling Thunder even being committed just to really ensure this particular dies, and he does. And that's Old 11. He's really forward. Well, I see that behind his team through tower, but it doesn't matter why. With the stroke of power, now X Nova comes in. Just one by one. And more to DP in. They're trying to stem the bleeding that EHOME is providing, but it's pouring out.
They not stop this. They keep trying to fight in this way. They get picked off first and they get run down. They're not aware of the movements from EHOME. Their vision is just way off the mark. EHOME having much better wards on the map so far to watch this movement from LGD and punish them for that. I think LGD needs to take a step back, try to plant some wards in basically entrances to the jungle. And that's going to be the key thing, to allow some space for LGD to farm out. They are behind right now. It's not a big gap. It's 3k behind. They haven't lost too many objectives just yet, despite having lost many fights. So they really just need to try to get a grip on where EHOME wants to go. They need to be aware of that movement and kind of sidestep for now. They're not set up on their Bloodseeker take these fights. Somnus has tapered off a bit in the DP. Once you have that Yule's up, I think you're going to have an easier time to play around the control from EHOME, but it's still not amazing. So you need time for LGD. It's kind of the same situation as game one, but they have a lot more leeway here, as you know, they're not as far behind.
What do you do with your two lanes being pushed in? It can by himself. They fortify. This is one of the things I forgot about Visage, is he really tends to force a rotation down. So you just so much potential with this hero. And this is classic APR play, just pushing down a hell of a lot of objectives basically by himself, forcing the whole of LGD to rotate to deal with it. Does have the mech up as well, and going into the Guiding Grease, though LGD, they suck up. They know the rest of EHOME up there, though why will break the smoke, and now they do got everyone out. Soulbind and me coming out. This looks bad already for LGD. They get a rupture off with the Nexus and popping, but look at Softness's HP just dropping so quick, but they found the Purge. They take him down time. He still has a fucking doesn't fit. Old 11 now goes in with the dual protection.
Oh
they
no.
Disarm off just the nick of time, but no. Old 11 finds the kill. He will still down, but do have nothing to say. Move forward onto Somnus, really wanting that DP and even Silence. Smiler. He dumps with the Defusal Blade, gets the kill. Now the remnants forward up the Emperor. They're gonna find everybody as the goes down. They've lost it over. And Chalice is the only man standing, and they have a Defusal. They do get the purge off, and it's gonna be another team wipe. EHOME. They threw everything on Faith Beyond, but that Grave King and the mech just kept him alive for so long.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's just not enough here from LG. You know? They jump for the Visage, as you mentioned, but burst damage isn't there. The item pickups you went for really helping out the cause, and you suddenly have all the heroes from EHOME jumping in. LGD needs to be able to jump even weaker targets back. Visage is not it. You know, you can't shoot a Visage fast enough. The bigger targets to go for, perhaps Grims or the Penguin. These guys are just disruptive in these fights. You don't have an easy way to do that as Old Lovin though. Still saving up for the bull. At least it is kind of a priority for Old Lovin, but it does feel like that's coming out too late. And it's roll out EHOME to just take Roshan.
Very nice. Aegis going to be giving over to Smiler. Smiler's looking so strong right now. He's got the van, he's got the Defusal, the double rate band. Just hitting like a blue truck. And even, you know, if LGD aren't careful, they're going to finish this game in the next 10 minutes. If they get a couple more good team fights. And one Chalice, you know who they want to aim for. Smiler runs in, they have Ink-Swap. Blink Strike, they want the Rolling Thunder's perfect from Sync. And with the smoke screen, how do you get out of here?
Cloaked and daggered.
You just don't. Just die. Nothing to say meanwhile. Getting pushed up. Somnus, this could be a big kill. He does pop his blade down. Say has help coming in. Slide of Fist. He has Remnant, or maybe he doesn't. Soulmane comes in with the double silence though. Why with the Inkswell? Controlling everyone up. We might see a repeat LGD. This is really dangerous.
Oh, no.
They're gonna lose 4 already. Where is FY? Trying to run away.
Radiant structure.
It's 4 for nothing. They didn't even find that in the end.
Double damage.
LGD just... they're forcing out fights when they really shouldn't. They should just try to pull back. If you cut your losses, guys, you don't